Hey guys, Bob the CPA here. And today we've got a great little video for you. We're actually going to show you how to take a poor resume and turn it into something that gets results. And by results, I of course mean more interviews and hopefully a better job. Now I should warn you all before we start that this video is made exclusively for certified public accountants. So if you are in the finance or accounting field, this is probably going to be a very helpful video for you. For everyone else, maybe not so much. You might want to go try somewhere else to get your resume advice. So what we have in front of us is an actual resume of an actual CPA that I found on one of the major job search boards. Obviously the names have been changed to protect the person's anonymity, and I'm sure you see a lot of things right away that you would change if this was your resume. But just so we don't make this a completely negative experience, let's walk through first what's done right, and then we'll dig into how to make this a little bit better. The first thing you'll notice is that the name is centered at the top of the page, along with the person's hometown. Normally we would also want to include our email address and possibly a phone number, but I'm going to cut them some slack on this one because this was posted publicly, so they probably took off their contact information on purpose. Another big thing you notice is that they have their CPA designation up in their name. So anyone flipping through a stack of resumes flips to this one, sees the name, and right away knows that they are a certified public accountant. This is very important for resume screening, whether it's an automated resume screening system or just an overworked HR person. Making it easy to know that you fit the qualifications right away makes it more likely that they'll go ahead and read the rest of your resume and see that you're a good fit. You'll also notice they have everything in the right order. So the work history, which is pretty good, manager in a Big Four firm, and some regional firm experience, all listed in reverse chronological order. So the most recent jobs first and on down back till college. That's exactly the format you want to use. With that said, there's a lot of stuff that can be fixed. The first thing you probably noticed is that this resume is 3 pages long. No resume should be longer than a 1 page. There's like 1% of people who could pull that off, and you're probably not them. So as we said earlier in the video, keep your resume to a single page. And we'll show you exactly how to cut this type of resume down to something that actually fits on 1 page a little bit later. Another thing you probably noticed is that this is just a giant wall of text with a few bullet points to maybe break it up a little bit, but it doesn't help with readability. If I'm a hiring manager, am I going to spend 10 minutes deciphering what you've written here, or am I going to move on to the next person? I think you already know the answer to that. So your goal as the resume writer is to make this something that's easily read and understood, because the easier you make it for the hiring manager, the more likely it is that they'll understand you're a good fit and bring you in for an interview. Now, before we get into fixing this resume, I want to take a minute to point out that we're not going to make a perfect resume here today. What we're going to do is take something from about a 30% and bump it up to a 70 or 80%, which helps you leapfrog the competition who are all sitting between 30 and 50%. So even though it won't be a perfect resume, it'll still look better than everybody else's and get you noticed. This is the quick, easy stuff that gets big results. The first thing we'll do is cut out all of the obviously unimportant stuff. So the section headers, the skills section, and that job from college at the bar, just get rid of it. And look at that, guys. We're already down to 2 pages, and that took us, 5 seconds? All right, stay with me. We'll keep going here. The next step is also pretty simple. We're just going to rewrite all of the job headers to get them to fit on a single line. We're also going to go ahead and do the same thing with education. As you can see, just in about 10 seconds of playing with the formatting, you've already made your resume a lot better. You've shaved off an entire page and you've made it a little bit easier to understand. And now you have the structure right to start filling in your job descriptions properly. The first thing you do when looking at a giant wall of text like this is figure out what you can just get rid of. I call this the fluff pass. You're going to skim through your resume and take out anything that is obviously fluff. Maybe you included it because it sounded good in your head. Maybe you saw another resume that used it and you wanted to make sure you included it just to be safe. But that's not our goal here today. The goal here is to be concise. You want to fit your resume on a single page, and you want to include everything that's important and nothing that's not. Because every unimportant thing you include makes it harder for a hiring manager to find the important stuff. So we're going to be pretty ruthless on this first pass. We're just going to scroll down to obviously unimportant things and just get rid of them. So for example, anything that starts with exposure to probably means you're not very familiar with it. Take it out. Excel in developing strong client relationships. That doesn't tell us anything that you haven't already set up here, where you continually communicate with clients. Now we're definitely going to cut that one down shorter because it's taking up 3 lines right now, but we're going to leave it in for right now. This first pass is just the obviously bad stuff. So give me a second here and I will clean this up and then we'll move on to the next step. And now we're to the bottom of the resume, where we get back to the first job out of college. And here's where we have to make a decision. Is this job important for the job you're applying for? Are there any skills that you can point out in this job that you didn't already point out in the other jobs above? If the answer is yes, leave this on your resume and only highlight the unique skills to this job. If the answer is no, take this off and save space. In this case, there's not anything here that we can't also talk about in the jobs we already have above. So we're going to take out this entire section and save ourselves a little bit of room. Okay, so without rewriting a single thing, everything is still written as is, in bullet point format, taking up a lot of space. We've taken this 3-page resume down to just over a single page. And before we want to go too much further cutting things out, we want to make sure that it's written well. So the next phase of this is going to be organizing your thoughts. As I said earlier, each job is going to have 2 components. There's going to be a paragraph of 3 to 5 sentences with your general job duties, and then there's going to be 1 to 3 bullet points with your accomplishments and awards and promotions and that kind of stuff. So what you're going to do is group each of these bullet points together into which category they fall in. Are they going into your paragraph, or are they going to be bullet pointed and highlighted as accomplishments? And the simplest way to do this is just to highlight them and drag them around on the page. So we'll take a moment to do that, and then we'll worry about rewriting each of these items. Okay, so we've removed the fluff even more, and now we're left with 5 items. You'll notice some of these are pretty long. This one in particular is 3 lines, and we're going to take most of that out. So what's important here is this. The gap, they've done IFRS, which a lot of people haven't done, and they've had SEC clients. So they're familiar with reporting standards. So let's take these 2 and combine them real quick. So what was 5 lines is now 2. And it's a lot easier to read. Give me a quick second to rewrite the other 3 of these, and then we'll look at your awards and accomplishments section. That's a lot better. And as I said at the beginning, this isn't going to be a perfect resume. This is my 5 minutes quick and dirty fixing it up, but it's way better than what we started with. So now let's do the bullet points. There's a specific format you want to follow with these. So it goes like this. Accomplished X by doing Y. So that could be increased revenues by $500,000 by signing audit deal with company X. Or something like completed audit $50,000 under budget by working closely with the shared services group. It's important to demonstrate value here and then explain how you did it, not just explain what you did. So saying something like worked with shared services group is not an accomplishment, but saving 50 grand while working with the shared service group is. Does that make sense? Okay, so let me fix these up real quick. You get the idea. You want to show what you did and how you did it. And when possible, include dollars or percentages. Came in 25,000 under budget. Saved 12 hours a week. Anything quantifiable here is better. Scroll down, you'll realize we are on a single page, and we still have a long way to go to clean this up. I'm going to follow the same process for the next two jobs, so there's really no reason for you to sit around and watch me do this.